The Portland City Council will hear from the public about an effort to change the city's emergency wage ordinance. Councilors voted last night to schedule a public hearing. News Center Maine's Pearl Small spoke with people on both sides of the issue.
Some businesses, like the one behind me, are worried about being able to pay their workers during a state of emergency. They're hoping the Portland City Council's hearing will be a step towards changing that.
We already operate on a really tight margin.
Tamara Gallagher says that margin is so tight her child care center, the Growing Tree, had to close temporarily over the winter after a series of storms, but not because of the weather.
There was no emergency to Portland, so everybody was still working.
Governor Mills declared a state of civil emergency, and that activated the emergency pay ordinance in Portland, meaning all businesses had to account for hazard pay, increasing the minimum wage from $15 an hour to $22.50. It's an increase Gallagher says was impossible to keep up with.
We can't charge parents more because they're not able to pay it. Even if they could, we wouldn't do that to them.
Gallagher and a woman from another child care center are leading an effort called Keep It Local, requesting an amendment to Portland's ordinance that would allow the city to choose when to institute hazard pay on a case-by-case basis instead of following the state's lead.
That's not fair to institute a hazard pay across the board for all these small businesses.
Ethan Strimling is a former Portland mayor and now works with the Maine Democratic Socialists of America. He says this proposal doesn't account for people who work in Portland but live outside the city.
There are a lot of workers who live in Gorham or who live in Westbrook that have to travel through some of those treacherous areas to work here in Portland.
Strimling says he can understand why a small business like the Growing Tree struggles with emergency pay, but he believes the amendment will mostly benefit big corporations that can afford the hazard pay.
There's only a proposal to exempt all businesses. That includes, Amazon, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Hannaford.
Whether the amendment passes or not, local businesses like Gallagher's are looking for some sort of solution before the next season of storms sets in.
It's not fair to institute this all the time. It needs to be done on a local level.
In Portland, Pearl Small, News Center, Maine.
After the public hearing, which is scheduled for August 19th, the City Council will vote on whether to submit the amendment to voters. If the council does, voters will see it on their ballots in November and make the final decision.